Hello?
Are you sure you weren't followed?
Can you tell me what you know?
Listen, this is bigger than you, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us. It goes right to the top, do you understand?
You mean the President of the United States?
Just follow the money.
If you are unfamiliar with U.S. history, you might be a little confused at first when you hear the term gate when referring to a presidential scandal. Like that time Obama wore a tan suit and it was labeled a crime against fashion, and the papers called it Tangate. This is a callback to the Watergate scandal, and no, this is not a gate that holds water. Watergate is a hotel in Washington, D.C. On June 17, 1972, 5 men were arrested while breaking into the Democratic National Committee's offices at the Watergate Hotel in Washington, D.C. The burglars were carrying camera equipment and secret recording devices. It was a small story at first, but police soon discovered that some of them had ties to the Nixon administration. One had been working for the committee to re-elect the president, and they were just caught snooping through the other party's offices. Now, Nixon denied that anyone in his administration was involved in the Watergate break-in. He went on to win the 1972 election in a landslide. Nixon won 49 of the 50 states. But early in Nixon's second term, the seemingly minor break-in exploded into a massive political scandal. Did the Nixon administration officials have anything to do with the Watergate break-in? Well, reporters Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein investigated that question in a series of articles in the Washington Post. Key figures in the Nixon administration refused to talk to the reporters. Then, Woodward was contacted by a government official who had inside information on the Watergate investigation. To protect the identity of their source, Woodward called him by a secret code name, Deep Throat. With the informant's information, Woodward and Bernstein began publishing stories about illegal activities by the Nixon White House. The stories revealed that the committee to re-elect the president had hidden illegal campaign contributions, and they spread false rumors about Democratic candidates. They also presented evidence that the officials in the Nixon White House were trying to cover up the facts of the Watergate break-in. A Senate committee launched its own investigation of Watergate. When the committee began televised hearings in May 1973, millions of Americans tuned in. The most damaging witness was former White House attorney John Dean, who testified that Nixon was personally involved in the Watergate cover-up. Dean could not prove this, however. Then another witness revealed that Nixon had tape recorded almost all of his Oval Office conversations. The committee members needed to hear these tapes, and they asked Nixon for them. Nixon refused to hand over the tapes, and he claimed executive privilege, a president's right to keep information secret for reasons of national security. But in July 1974, the Supreme Court ordered Nixon to turn over the tapes. They listened to the tapes, and it proved that Nixon had directed the Watergate cover-up and lied about it to Congress and the public. It also revealed that Nixon had quite a filthy vocabulary. After listening to those tapes, they called for an impeachment. The committee approved its first article of impeachment, charging Nixon with obstruction of justice. Within the next week, 2 more articles were approved by the committee, one for the abuse of power and one for contempt of Congress. On August 8, 1974, Nixon appeared on national television, and he shocked the nation when he said, "I shall resign the presidency effective noon tomorrow." He became the first president in American history to resign from office. His vice president, Gerald Ford, was sworn in as president on August 9th. Many Americans lost faith in their government after that. In 1974, just 36% of Americans polled said they actually trusted their government. Others, however, will see a more positive side to the Watergate scandal. The hearings and Nixon's resignation proved that the American government can rid itself of corruption. Watergate proved that the Constitution actually works.
Here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of. And here's to the schools of Richard Nixon, where they're teaching all the children that they don't have to care. All the rudiments of hatred are present everywhere, and every single classroom is a factory of despair. Oh, there's nobody learning such a foreign word as fair. Oh, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of.